friends, welcome back to my channel. I am Cher and I love to blog all about beauty and makeup looks, beauty products, all of that kind of stuff, travel vlogs as well. Today's going to be another beauty one. We are going to touch on some makeup dupes. So if this excites you, don't forget to hit like and subscribe and follow along with me. I post a lot of content like this. I am actually a professional makeup artist. You can't tell from looking at me right now because I am looking like a hot mess, but we're gonna do some makeup, compare each side of my face is what we're gonna do. We're gonna do one side using certain high-end products, and on the other side of the face, we're going to use their equivalent dupes and see how they look and perform side by side. I thought it would be fun to bring you along in testing these because there are some products in my professional makeup kit that I just love and want to use over and over and over again. But I've heard there's a couple of dupes for some of these where if they work out really well, I may want to actually replace them with dupes in the future instead of paying all the high-end prices. So I figured it'd be fun to just let you come along with me and try them out and learn some good dupes and equivalents on some of these high-end products. So come on and we are going to get started. Okay, so the first thing we're going to look into is the brows. I went ahead and took off the brow product that I had, although I did have some brow soap in my brows this morning that makeup remover is actually not even removing. But what I'm wanting to test out is brow pencil anyway. So I don't think it's too bad that, you know, too much of a problem that the brow soap is still left in there. So keep that in mind. Then my brows are a little textured at the moment, which actually they don't look too bad for not having the brow pencil in them. What I really want to test is, okay, I mentioned this in my last video about how I have recently gone back to Benefit for brows and there's just no replacement for me. Now before that, I was using either my Arbonne brow pencils on clients, or I really love to use e.l.f. brows. And the reason I use e.l.f. as my drugstore pick is because they are vegan and cruelty-free, gluten-free, paraben-free, all those things that I look for that compared to my Arbonne. So I was really using e.l.f. a lot. However, now e.l.f. has a pretty thin pencil. I'm just going to compare that to the Benefit pencil that I'm really loving and trying to compare it to is precisely my brow, but it's the fine pencil. So it's the little tiny one. Okay. I just love this. It's so precise. So I'm going to compare these two. However, what I hear is more of a dupe is the L'Oreal. The only reason I don't use L'Oreal, and the L'Oreal is really good. I've used all of these. I've tried all of them. It is good. The only reason I don't use it is just because they're not cruelty-free. So I don't stock them in my kit for clients. But yeah, that's a pretty close fit if you can see that. So I really should compare Benefit and L'Oreal. And like I said, I've used all these. I don't think I've done a side-by-side comparison though. So I figured I will compare the two now that I've been using them. The only issue with the L'Oreal is that I don't know if I have the right colors for me. I am a, what is this again? I'm a 3.5 in Benefit, which is kind of like a medium brunette. At the moment, I only have a dark brunette. I'm a better match on the e.l.f. one, but I wanted to compare the L'Oreal. So I'm gonna start off trying out the L'Oreal. And if it's just such a bad color, then I'm gonna compare e.l.f. for you. So let's start off with a Benefit. We're gonna do one side of the face, all the high-end products. So I'm gonna put all the high-ends over here and I'm gonna do the dupes over here. So let's go ahead. Like I said, I've already got stuff like soap in my brows. But what I love about Benefit is it just glides on so well. I don't know how to explain it. Like, look at that. And so one of the problems with my brows is I have these gaps. I have scars in my brow from where I was a little girl. I got like stitches in my forehead and my eyebrows. Long story. So there's always like a gap in my hairs, and it's really hard to cover that gap sometimes with a pencil. So the Benefit one is the one that I am finding is just so, I don't know, I love how it glides, right? Check that out, okay? I like to come back in with another pencil I'm going to use. Usually Benefit comes with these like spoolie things on the end, but I have the travel version, like little mini version, so it doesn't have the spoolie. So I'm just using another spoolie from elsewhere just to kind of shape and beef these up and not have them be so square, not square, but solid. I want them a little more textured. Okay, so here's the Benefit side. So now let's see if the L'Oreal side will be an okay color or not. So just so that it will be a good comparison. Okay, so this is the Brow Stylist Definer. But it's in dark brunette, so I'm just concerned it's gonna be too dark. That might be okay. That might actually work. I usually go more for like a medium brown. I would go for just plain like brunette or medium brunette. Okay, that's actually working okay. That might be the right color. All right, so here is the L'Oreal. It's nice and precise also, but you guys, I just don't feel like it is as smooth of a glide. So I used to feel like, oh, you could totally use drugstore brow products any day and be just as good as the high-end ones, but I don't know, after using Benefit recently, I've since changed my mind again. I think when it comes to styling gels and soaps and the, yeah, brow gels and stuff, I think those can be drugstore, but I think when it comes to the pencil, I am still picky. See, look, I'm struggling. You know, I mean, I can make it work, but Benefit just makes it so easy. Okay, so look at that. See how choppy that is and a little more smooth on that side? It's like Benefit really does smooth it out for me better. So same concept here with like the small tip pencil, but so, okay, on this one I'm gonna have to vote Benefit still wins, but it's doable, it's workable, it's similar, it is similar, it's just, okay, sorry guys about the noises. I have a guy doing my fence and deck outside, and he's throwing stuff in his dump right now in the dumpster, so you're hearing all the noises out there. Okay, so I'm gonna go ahead and do like a little concealer to kind of even it back out so it doesn't look too crazy, and we're gonna move on to the next one. So in a race between Benefit and L'Oreal, I still say Benefit wins, but they work okay. L'Oreal, Benefit. Okay, next is going to be translucent powder. And I have actually touched on this before. I have talked about how I use the Laura Mercier translucent powder for a lot of my makeup that I do, and how Coty Airspun is a good dupe for it. So I already know this is a dupe, but I'm going to test them out side by side for you. And so I've done my concealer on my face some. So what we're gonna do is we're gonna go ahead and like set it right now. Normally I would just do the eyes at this point, but I went ahead and just did everything for the purpose of testing this out. So we're gonna grab some the powders, and we're gonna test them and see. So here is our Laura Mercier. Oh crap. Okay, this is the, I was like, which side is which again? This is the high end, so we're gonna do Laura Mercier on this side. And I'm gonna just use a beauty blender to set all this in. I'm gonna try to keep a line here. It's gonna be hard. when it comes to like the line spots. Just see how that does. And I'm going to put some on the eyelid here too. Of course, it's hard to test it immediately. I can test how it's setting right now, but I may have to come back with like a wear test and let you know how it performs throughout the day, because that's one of the points of translucent powder and setting powders and all, is keeping it going. Okay, this side's going to be Coty Airspun. And I didn't tell y'all, on the lower Mercier, it's just translucent, so it's just plain. Like, there are a couple different shades. And then on the Airspun, it's Airspun Loose Powder, Naturally Neutral. So they do have a few more shades to choose from. Here, I can't remember what all they were on the Laura Mercier. Okay, so now we're going to come in and do the same approach. Slightly choppier, can you see? On this side. So yeah, it was a little smoother going on. Plus, we might have the shades just slightly different too. Can you tell? I can tell already a difference there. Try to cover the nose without hitting the line. So yeah. It does kind of go on a little less sheer with the Coty Airspun side. And doesn't blend out quite as much. Like, it's a little thicker, I think. Okay. Can you tell that difference? Yeah, so I do feel like it's, now I have pretty dry skin, so for me, you know, I like this side better because it's a little smoother. It's not as matte. This one's a little more matte, and it's heavier, not blending as much. So it might actually be better if you have super oily skin. This might be a fabulous, like a better fit than this one, honestly. But for me and my skin, once again, the high end is winning. So Airspun, Laura Mercier. But we'll have to come back with a wear test in a little later in the day and let you know how they performed. Okay, I went ahead and put on a little tiniest pop of color on my eyes, but what I really want to test is some eyeliner. This isn't necessarily a dupe, but it's just sort of testing out if it's really worth the money to, you know, buy high-end eyeliner that's like a retractable pencil versus a drugstore one. So I just picked any drugstore, but the only problem is we're not going to be comparing the same color. Sorry about that. So I've got the MAC Kohl pencil, basically. And I just want to compare, and it's a retractable. So I just want to compare if another like retractable one will do the same job. So this is Neutrogena, a Neutrogena Kohl eyeliner, and this is the MAC Kohl. But unfortunately, I don't have them in the same color. So Kohl is brown. So I'm really going to look ridiculous, aren't I? Black's going to be on this side. All right, so I'm just going to kind of do the bottom. And I know I didn't get all the eyeliner off. And a big part of why is because I didn't want to take all my concealer and stuff off too. And the setting powder that I just tested. And I know I did it in the wrong order. We're just going to use this for the bottom line, okay? Yeah, bottom line, okay? Here's the MAC. And it was pretty easy. I don't normally actually use this kind. I usually use more of a pencil. There is this one little spot there. Y'all see that? But what's nice about these are they're very glidable, so it's kind of your preference. Okay, now we're going to try Neutrogena on this side. It's fatter, so I'm not sure it's easier, but what you think? And of course, I'm gonna smudge. I would be smudging out. I feel like the Neutrogena made like a thinner line there that kind of, look what it did to my eye shape. Whereas this one kind of has more of a rounded, like all the way around. I don't know if that's the effect of the eyeliner or my technique. But you know, the pencil kind of makes a difference. Once again, I like the MAC side. High and side, they're all winning. Now we're going to try out the eyeliner on the top. So I really wanted to see if I could find a drugstore version of the Anastasia Beverly Hills gel liner. So we're going to try that. And I got NYX. So this time at least it is black and black, right? Okay, here is the Anastasia Beverly Hills side. We're going to take an angled brush. And I'm going to map out the wing. So I'm just going to do a very simple wing really quick. I don't have good light right here. Let's see. Okay. It's already like, I can tell the gel is drying up. I have had this, and so this is a good test of it, is to see. So I've had the Anastasia forever, and it looks like this. The NYX I've only had for like a couple weeks, and it looks like this. So already I can kind of tell you it's probably not a great dupe, but we'll test out how it performs. I'm obviously not getting my wings even here. So the NYX is a lot thinner formula, I think. Like, it's not going on as pigmented as the Anastasia side is. Anastasia, whatever. But, I mean, it's working. But I have to come back in to thicken it up a little bit to get it to work. I didn't get my wings lined up right, did I? Okay, so there, a little more even. Okay, it works, but I guess the downfall of it is dries up easily, not as pigmented. Now, my wing looks better though on this side, doesn't it? So it might have honestly been a little more precise than the Anastasia, but I don't know. I don't know how I feel. There's like pros and cons, so maybe it's tied. It might be tied, guys. Okay, I popped on just a teeny bit more makeup, kind of smudged up the liner and all, and threw on some contour and blush and all that. But what I'm really wanting to get to is I've been on hunt to find Lilly Lashes dupes. I don't know if I'm gonna find any or not, but now I found a few, but they're still like pretty pricey lashes. I'm looking for like cheap lashes that could still give the Lilly quality or look at least. I'm gonna try these. These came from Amazon. I don't know. I stumbled on a site that talked about them, so we're gonna test them out. But once they got here and I started looking at them, I was like, those look crazy. So just to compare the two, I don't think that's gonna work, but we're gonna try it out anyway because I went ahead and got them. So we're just gonna try them. What I'm really wanting is to see if I can find really full lashes. I'm finding that like Ardell, Kiss, like I can spot them on other people's work like a mile away. I can always tell when it's like Ardell lashes. They all have that signature look. I don't know how to describe them. And I'm kind of like, I just want something different. I want something that looks a little fuller and more dramatic. It's great for like the simple everyday, like more professional looks and all that, but I want some glam lashes that are really good quality. So we're going to try these and see if they work or not, or we're going to compare how they look. So this is going to be interesting, guys. Wow. Actually, I was not expecting to like these, but I love how they look on. Isn't that pretty? Okay, I did this inconsistently. I should have done the Lilly side first, sorry. Okay, they actually fell on the floor, so I had a moment. So I had to redo the glue, so I was going ahead and doing the dupe side first. So we're going to do the high-end side next. Wow. Lilly side. This side. What's the name of these again? I really like them, y'all. I dig them. I think I like them even better. Veleasha. Found these on Amazon. They were like $8-9 for a pack of 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, like 6 or 7 pairs. So you're talking like about $1 a piece. Like I've said, these are old. I think there might be a little bit of glue clumped. But my goodness, they were actually super easy to apply. Like really easy to apply. And but they are brand new out of the package, whereas my Lilly Lashes are reused, so that's always harder the second and third and fourth and fifth and sixth and seventh times around. I love them. I might just get more of these. I don't know. I wouldn't say that they're like dupes, but these may actually be the dupes for the full-blown Miami ones. These are the Miami Lights. The style, so different styles of, oh, this was in the style, there's different styles of these. This is the Dubai style. So I really, really like that, guys. Okay, so in this case, I'm kind of thinking the dupe wins. I love it. I love it. But I really should try a brand new pair of Lilly Lashes to compare it. But you guys, Lilly Lashes are $20-something a pop. So I'm sorry, but I was not going to waste my $20-something on my babies, on my Lilly Lashes, just for the purpose of this video. I'm saving them, okay? I saved them for my luxury clients, but this is going to be a lovely dupe. I like that a lot. So I'm going to link that one down below. Actually, I'm going to try to just link everything from the video today down below for you to find them. So if you like them, but I love them. I don't know. What do you guys think? Let me know. Okay, guys, now the very last thing I'm going to test out is a lip liner, 2 lip liner colors. I've seen that MAC Soar is a lip liner I use a lot and really like. So apparently a dupe for it is NYX Ever. So this is going to be challenging because I have to do one side of the lips. So here is MAC Soar on this side. Like I said, sorry about the banging. Kind of do like half the lips. It's kind of funny. So I love this color and I love how MAC pencils glide. Now this is NYX Ever. I think it is the same color. Yeah. Not bad. I goofed over here, y'all. It looks ridiculous. But one thing I don't like about NYX pencils, some of them are just not as glidable. The 2 that I really love the most is LA Girl and MAC. The way that they glide. I'm going to throw on some lipstick with it just to kind of finish it off. And that will complete our look. But anyway, the NYX is not always my first pick when it comes to lip liner, but some of they have such a variety of colors that sometimes I feel like I don't have a choice but to use NYX. But in this case, this one actually glided pretty well. I think it also depends on whether you're getting their matte lip liners versus their other ones. They have all different types. I'm not as big of a fan of their matte ones because they just don't glide as well. This is Mercier I'm just MAC Mare. I like to pair this one with it. All right. So I went a little further overlined, I think, on this side. And it may be that the MAC one is easier to do that with. Put this here for sanitizing. But I don't know. I think they're pretty equivalent. In this case, the next one did glide pretty well. So I think that's about it, guys. So I think, honestly, the one that I am the most pleased about finding a dupe on are these lashes. I actually like it better, but it might just be the style of it. I did not think I was going to like these lashes, guys, but I love them. I love them. And they seem to be staying on pretty good. They were easy to apply. They don't feel all cheap and plasticky like they look in the container. They like on, I like them so much better. And the only reason this looks weird is because I don't think I got enough glue here. And it's just, I've reused these lashes so many times. I think it's just time to toss them. And then I think that the lip liners were equivalent. With everything else, I probably am voting for the high end. So, but you can tell everything's holding up pretty well. Yeah. I'm going to come back later for you with a wear test on the eyeliner and the setting powder and let you know what I think later on. Okay, guys, so it is much later in the day. I wanted to check in for like a wear test. I've taken my lashes off just because I looked ridiculous in the school pickup line. But I have on everything else. So, eyeliner, first of all, this is the MAC side, and I think it's holding up. Now, I have put on, you know, smudged eyeshadow underneath these just to not have that like harsh line. I'm feeling like it's held up pretty well. Now, this side, I feel like, you know, in the corners here, I have more eye boogers. Like the eye boogers and the, it's like the water kind of made it dissolve a little bit here in the corners, I think. So I like the MAC side. The powder, I feel like it's getting a little patchy over here. You can see all my gray hair here, sorry. On this side, I don't know. Yeah, again, I think that the Laura Mercier side is better. I even feel like you can start seeing a little bleed through on my under eye bags a little more too. Like it's almost shifted my concealer where this side it's bleeding through more than this side. So I think it's still, I mean, I love Coty Airspun as, I use it all the time as a drugstore setting powder, but definitely will stick with my Laura Mercier for clients for sure. So, yeah, so I think that one at high end wins again for both of those. All right, guys, that about wraps it up. I hope you enjoyed this. Just a few little dupes to check them all out and see what we think about them. Let me know down below if there were some favorites of yours, if you think certain ones worked better than others. I hope that gave you some good ideas to run out and grab some dupes. And I'm going to probably stock my kit with a couple of these. So I'm excited. Anyway, don't forget to hit like and subscribe if you enjoyed this so you don't miss more like these in the future. And I will catch you on the next one.